I'm Sher Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Saf Dhillion, the CEO for iMetal Resources. Saf, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Hi, Shay. It's been quite some time, and it's great to see you as well.
Saf, I wouldn't mind talking about iMetal's current projects. Can you list the main areas of focus for the business right now?
Sure. iMetal actually has three projects in North America, all located within Canada, two provinces, Ontario and Québec. We have two gold-focused projects on the Ontario side of the border, and just a hop, skip, and a jump into the Quebec side, we have a graphite-focused project. Of the two gold, we have a flagship property. It is called Gowganda West. This property is roughly 150 square kilometers. We own it 100%. And one of the key things that is our project, as all projects, location is key. We are in the heart, within the Abitibi, and in the heart of the south western corner, if you want to call it a corner. And we share a border with a much larger company that hosts a deposit, a roughly multi-million ounce deposit. And that's kind of why we're really excited, because 2 years ago we announced we hit a discovery hole, and we want to build on that success.
I'm going to touch on some upcoming plans in just a moment, but I first wouldn't mind addressing that a recent restructure happened with the company, and I believe now you've got a very tight register. Tell me, what does that look like?
Yeah, actually, when we actually announced that we hit this discovery hole at Gowganda West about 2 years ago, the markets really didn't care. Post-COVID, markets were coming back. Everybody's looking at online trading, instant gratification. Bitcoin was taking off. So we hit a pretty significant hole. I'm told. I'm not a geologist, but it apparently is. It is 50 meters roughly of a gram of gold, which by itself is not bad, because considering if we hit another half a dozen roughly holes, similar or better, pretty quickly we could be sitting on 300,000 ounces. And again, 300,000 ounces is not a company maker, but when you look at the relation to how close it is to a well-known defined resource, less than 500 meters, 500, 600 meters. And so we're really excited about that. And you just touched on our cap restructuring. After we announced this discovery hole, nobody cared. And actually the stock actually drifted down. And so, we had to kind of really sit back and kind of plan our future forward. I think we like to think that we're kind of forward-thinking management. And markets were not reacting to any kind of news. So we figured that there's probably going to be a bit of a quiet lull. Ended up restructuring the company, talked to the largest shareholders. We came out of the gate with 5.5 million shares. Last quarter of 2024, I talked to about 6 or 7 investors, including myself, did a small financing of 600,000 at 15 cents Canadian. So currently we're sitting at about 10.5 million shares issued and outstanding. Directors own personally 60%, or 6 million shares roughly. And friendlies to the company would probably make up another couple of million shares. So we're looking at 8 to maybe 9 million of the 10.5 are in very tight long-term hands.
It's a remarkable position to be in. But what's some of the upcoming works or news events that investors can look forward to hearing about?
Okay, I'm glad you asked that, because a couple of things are happening. Besides our successful discovery hole at our gold-focused project, Gowganda West, we also have multiple zones that we've encountered of graphite on our project in Quebec, the Carheil project. So we plan on developing both of these assets. But currently, since we're sitting at about a shell value market cap, million and a half Canadian, I am actually talking to some potential shareholders, and it looks like we possibly could be doing a financing. And again, since we're trading at shell value, I've been looking at a number of other assets to help position the company again for long-term growth, diversification, and of course, potentially maybe acquiring an asset that might, fit more in the critical mineral space, especially, in North America, the US, who knows? So I think we're poised for, taking advantage of the negative situation that we saw ourselves in couple of years ago, and I think we're going to turn that into hopefully a very, very big positive.
Listen, Saf, thank you so much for that update, and I look forward to future updates on these projects. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Shay. We love being here, and talk to you soon.